Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, and the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. I lost my grandfather yesterday. So I'm trying to keep myself busy. We were very close as family. We came home to Shiprock, New Mexico, just to be with my grandma, to be with my family, and just remember the good times and just remember. I remember he wasn't a big wrestling fan. He was like, it's fake. But I just remember this one great moment that relates to pro wrestling is I was living with them for a bit, and I was helping them out daily. And I remember, like, Monday Night Raw, I would always watch Monday Night Raw, or they would go to the casino just to let me watch my show. One night he decided not to go, and he sat down and he watched. He's like, I'll watch with you. I'll see what this silly wrestling stuff's all about. I can't remember the Monday night episode, but he watched it with me, and he really was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Ooh, and that moment in time is forever sketched in my brain, for someone that's always like, I don't like that wrestling stuff. And that moment right there, it means the world to me to think of this. And now I'm being home and still trying to wake up and still trying to figure out, if this is real or not. I'm waiting for him to walk around the corner or something. So this episode of the New World Podcast is dedicated to my grandfather, my Che. I love you more than anything. And I hope I can just make you proud as I keep doing my thing in this crazy thing we call life. Now, we're going to talk about SmackDown. September 15th, 2023. We're in Denver, Colorado. Michael Cole, Nick Patrick, Kevin Patrick. I'm so sorry, y'all. And Corey Graves on commentary. We start the show off with Pat McAfee, and then he gets interrupted by Austin Theory, and Austin Theory goes on about, hey, this is my show. This is Theory Live. This is what these people came to see. And Pat McAfee was like, oh yeah, the people. You want to know what the people want? And The Rock says, I was like, holy shit. And in this time and moment of this loss and everything like that, I'm so glad I had something to just entertain me, something to watch. And this show really kicked it off with the banger with The Rock coming out. He got "you're an asshole" chants going. He was just going on and on at Austin Theory. He's like, shut your mouth, bitch. And I was just like, damn, I needed this, and it was really good to see The Rock back in WWE. And I believe it's just because of the writers and actors strike and stuff like that. So that's why John's back for a little bit. But it's really cool to see these guys come back to their roots, especially, them going off into Hollywood and this and that, knowing that WWE is always their home. Rock gets Theory, and Pat McAfee does the people's elbow as well. It was just a really good time. And we start the show off, first match of the night, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor with the Judgment Day. Fun match, Finn Balor for the win. Jimmy Uso came out to help, so we're still building this whole AJ Styles and Jimmy Uso thing, and I kind of like where we're going with it. Now I do. Now I'm understanding the picture, because when we get to the end, I'm like, this is where we're going. Okay, I finally get it now, because I was like, what are they doing with Jimmy, man? And, the Judgment Day, what's going on with them? But no, they're playing both sides of this. They're playing Jay's side and Jimmy's side, Judgment Day. So I'm slowly getting the bigger picture of what they want to do here, with these two. Keep Jimmy and Jay still together, but apart to do their thing, apart to do their own thing. Rock, McAfee's out there. McAfee's like, oh my God, I can't believe you got him chance. You're an asshole chant and everything like that. They're backstage, and then John Cena and The Rock see each other. They look at each other, and John says, welcome home, shakes his hand and gives the man a hug. A great great moment in WWE history for television, man. I was just like, oh, that brought a lot of warmth to my heart. We had the LWO out there first, promo before, and what was it called? They're gonna face the Street Profits, because the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley come out. They're like, hey, over here, Santos Escobar wants a match with Ray, and Ray this, and they were doing this thing too where they're going, I really respect you, I love you, I respect and love you, and all this other stuff. But Street Profits comes out, they're like, all this love fest going on, what's going on? But the Street Profits took on the LWO and they got the win. Oh yeah, there was a Jimmy and Finn Balor thing backstage. Jimmy, he tells him like, hey, got you, Oos. That's one and done though. And Finn's like, yeah, but the Judgment Day will welcome you, And Paul's back there. He's like, what's going on? And, he's like, oh, my gosh. Jimmy and the Judgment Day, Roman, the Bloodline, there's so much going on. And, but there was a beatdown on Ray with the Street Profits and Bobby to show their dominance. And it was funny, I don't know if they're heels or baby faces, because the crowd wants them as baby faces. The crowd loves Bobby. They chanted Bobby so loud, man. I mean, this crowd was rocking. When The Rock hit, I thought the roof was going to go whoosh. They caused some sound interruptions in the system. But with the whole thing with Santos Escobar, Rey Mysterio, I was like thinking like, is this going to be the turn? Is Santos finally going to turn on Rey Mysterio? That would be awesome. But no, just a lot of, I respect you too. Yep, yeah. LA Knight versus The Miz. Yeah, LA Knight. Yeah, let me talk to you. Yeah, he got the win over The Miz. This was a fun match. I knew it was going to be a banger, of course, between these two. I think they really worked it out beforehand, so I had a lot of fun with this match. And now LA Knight cut a promo afterwards. He's calling out all the champions of WWE. He's like, hey, I am LA Knight, and I the United States champion, Rey Mysterio, Gunther with the IC championship, Seth Rollins, even Roman Reigns. And I was like, oh, LA Knight's time to shine is about to happen. We have Adam Pearce backstage with Pretty Deadly. Best part about this, Adam Pearce was like, hey, man, why are you in a wheelchair? It was your shoulder that was hurt. He's like, you don't know the scars. Yes, boy. I don't know why, but I really started laughing. He's like, what's with the wheelchair? Oh, my goodness. We have Bailey and Dakota backstage before the Asuka and Bailey. The Judgment Day's backstage talking business. They got all the stuff going on with the Usos and the Bloodline. Asuka versus Bailey was fun. Asuka for the win. She has a big championship match next week against Io Sky. Yes, boy. But Asuka for the win because of Shotzi. Shotzi comes out and then she puts the fist bump up, and before Asuka kind of does it, they cut. And I was like, is this the magic ball telling me and giving me a glimpse of something of Shotzi and Asuka at some certain point? Team up or maybe foes? It was very out of character, though, for Asuka if she's being healed to do that fist bump. But Shotzi's a little bit on the edge. She's on both sides. So I kind of see where they're going with that. Last but not least, the Grayson Waller effect with John Cena. Really didn't get much words in. He's trying to speak. Grayson keeps cutting him off. He says, hey, Austin Theory beat you at WrestleMania. And I'm like, okay. But I was like, I'm wondering if we were here, if we're going to set up Grayson Waller versus John Cena, but I don't think so. Not yet, because Jimmy comes out. I was like, oh, because, remember what John said to him a couple weeks ago when he's like, the wrong Uso quit. And we're like, oh, shit. So then Paul and Solo come out, and Solo attacks John, like he was going to act like he was attacking Jimmy, but then here comes AJ Styles, and now but not least, I think we're going to get, this is the match that's going to happen at Fastlane. AJ Styles and John Cena will take on Jimmy Uso and Solo. That's the match I'm predicting that's going to happen, because at the end, John Cena and AJ Styles stood tall together, and I think we're going to hold off Grayson Waller and Cena very soon. I think Cena's got a good month and a half or something like that. He'll be wrestling. He just teamed up with Seth Rollins. Him and AJ Styles teaming up sounds like money, baby, money. And that Fastlane, that's going to be great. So I give this show a solid 5 out of 5. I had a good time. It was a good distraction. It just kept me entertained. It kept me going, and I really did enjoy the show. So tell me what you thought of the show, though. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet NWP merch. And that's it. That's all. And remember, I love you, Che. Forever and always. Yeah. And he knows, too, that because he always asks me about the podcast. And I tell him, he's like, I was talking about that pro wrestling. And I always tell him, I was like, yep, because the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Go ahead and tell you.
Shut your bitch ass up.